You're watching the Cable Show 2013 live from the show video wrap-up, brought to you by CED. Special thanks to our sponsor, RGB Networks. Hi, I'm Brian Santo, editor of CED Magazine. It's day 3 here, moving into day 3 of the Cable Show, and they still won't buy me a green screen, so I went for the next best thing. Big news at the show: every year Brian Roberts brings out something new for Comcast. This year it was the upgrade from X1 to X2. X2 is basically an operating systems upgrade for their cloud-based platform. The idea is to get more of the intelligence into the network and make it easier to provide personal recommendations and other apps on their set-top boxes. This is the same type of move to the cloud that you've heard from a lot of other companies, including Cox, which said that it's going to have its own personal video experience extension of its TV Connect coming out probably a little bit later this year. Essentially, it's the same maneuver that Cablevision made with their user interface that they developed with Active Video. Other big news at the show: speed, the need for speed. Everybody wants broadband to go faster. Brian Roberts stole everybody else's thunder once again by giving a demonstration of 3 gigabit per second broadband on their current network using current DOCSIS 3.0 technology. CableLabs had a demonstration down in their CableNet booth. They were showing both DOCSIS 3.0, the current technology that Brian Roberts was demonstrating, and a rudimentary prototype form of DOCSIS 3.1, the new faster version of DOCSIS. They were able to put out close to 4 gigabits, in fact in excess of 4 gigabits per second on the 3.0 demonstration, bonding 128 channels. With the 3.1 prototype that was basically using OFDM modulation technology, the new modulation technology, and a new error correction technology, they were pumping out in excess of 6 gigabits per second in a smaller amount of spectrum. The idea to show you that once you move on to DOCSIS 3.1, you're actually going to get an improvement in your spectral efficiency as well as an improvement in your speeds. John Chapman, CTO at Cisco, promised that the DOCSIS 3.1 spec, which was first announced only a year ago, might actually be ready by September or sometime this fall. That would make an unprecedented acceleration of the normal DOCSIS progression. Also at the show, Bright House Networks announced that they are going to have a new sports network dedicated entirely to high school sports. Cablevision has done this, and some of the other cable companies are beginning to do it. Doesn't sound like much, but it's a really cool value add. What they do is they hand out cameras and other production equipment to the high schools, who then use it to film their own games. They upload it. In this case, they're working with a company called New Line, and New Line will process it and ship it out on demand. A great value add for cable operators everywhere. So that's the news from the show on day 2 heading into day 3 at the Cable Show. I'm Brian Santo, editor-in-chief of CED Magazine. You're watching the Cable Show 2013 live from the show video wrap-up, brought to you by CED. Special thanks to our sponsor, RGB Networks.